Hey everyone, Adam here again with more Space Engineers. The first 3 minutes or so of this are going to be post commentary, just because I was listening to some podcasts because it was a really long drive and all that stuff, so I didn't record the in-game audio for part of this and the voiceover and stuff because there would have been podcast on. But anyway, I drove all the way back here to pick up some more components. I'm gonna head over to my former base, which, as you remember, is just a couple kilometers over to the right from here. Pick up the solar panel components, get the grinder ship going. That's the main reason I actually came back here, is because we kind of want the grinder ship. This thing can carry a lot more cargo, but it also takes a lot longer to get back and forth. And I want to get those solar panels that are on the old base dismantled and then transferred over to the new one. So just leave the rover parked here. I walked over to the old base site, grabbed the ship real quick, jumped in, and flying it over here. I might as well fill up the ship with a little bit more stuff. So one of the things that's kind of nice about the height that rover is off the ground is that there actually is enough room to dock this ship to the rover. I didn't know that when I was coming in here for this approach, but so I started manually transferring some of the stuff. But yeah, there's actually enough room there that I can dock the ship to the rover and transfer stuff over. So there's a lot of stuff on this grinder ship that I didn't really think I needed over at the other base right away. Interior plates, that sort of stuff, that I want to just leave in the rover, leave the rover parked here while we fly over to deal with all the other stuff we're going to deal with. So basically I'm just making room for the solar components because I had not dismantled the stuff at the other base. I also kind of decided I wanted to try to transport the batteries that I had built for the other base. So I would just edit here because I was just transferring stuff. You see here, I was docked to the rover, and that rover is actually pretty big. But anyway, while I'm here, I'm gonna spend the night grinding some stuff off of this because I don't really want to do most of this stuff in the dark. But we are going to make an attempt to airlift the batteries. Since you can't dismantle batteries, I want to try to airlift the batteries that exist over on that other base to our new base site and see how that ends up working out. It seems like it should work out. I don't think they're particularly heavy. I think they're mostly just kind of massive batteries. So I have no idea what I'm doing. Hopefully it'll lift. I keep tilting too much here too. But anyway, I'm going to be back to in-game commentary now. Alright, so we have come back here, stolen power. There we go. Jump in here, get our batteries, set to discharge, get it out of this view. Thrusters are on. Cut this. Alright, so we are pretty heavily laden with equipment right now, but it looks like we have a decent amount of flight time, 30 minutes under thrust maybe. So I don't know why these solar panels are registering that they have power. That's really weird. Because they definitely do not. But I would like your solar components, please. Just double check that I actually have room to store this stuff. I guess I'll put it in the connector. How much? Yeah, there's enough capacity probably in that grinder too. This thing's getting heavy though. I guess the solar components aren't so heavy, they just take up a decent amount of volume, I think is the thing. Is it putting still room in a little bit of room in the connector? So I'm hoping we will have enough fuel to fly over to the base, get these solar components dropped off, and fly this thing back after it charges over there. So really it just has to get over there because we can charge it once we get there. Just trying to make sure we're not going to end up dropping a bunch of crap. Oh god, what just happened? What got destroyed? The front landing gear. Did not realize we were so close to the ground there. Well, I think we're going to leave that solar panel alone, because I'm going to take that as a sign. And we're just going to head on over these mountains and see if we can get where we're going this way. I've never flown here, so we'll see how long it takes. Let's see. I don't know how long it's going to take. This is... I didn't show back there, actually. I should have. There's a giant crater back there, but I'm not turning around because fuel is kind of an issue here. The lighting is really glitching out. I think it's my helmet light. What was I going to say? Like I feared in a previous episode, that docking glitch that happened did definitely come back to haunt me. And, a version of this ship blew up. Like I said, I went into creative mode and pasted the blueprint in just because I think it's ridiculous that happened. Because not only did it, like, topple off of the connector for some reason, but it went off like a frigging bomb. There's a crater, like, big enough to fit that whole base in back there. I had to fill in some of it with metal plates just so I could work. It's pretty ridiculous what happened back there. So, I'm going to just pretend that it didn't happen, and move on with my life, because, like, I'm not a cheater usually when it comes to this game, like, but in the case of something just glitching out horrifically like that, I don't really consider that to be cheating, because it shouldn't have happened. I've not got a lot of experience with connectors on planets. I don't know how reliable they are, but judging from that, probably not super reliable is what I'm thinking. It's pretty cool flying. I haven't flown this far yet. I like it. Definitely a lot quicker. We're going to be over there before the sun even rises. Maybe we can get some of these solar panels up and start getting battery charged over there. Although I don't have any more battery, what are they called? The power cells. I don't have any more power cells, so once that battery's charged, I guess this thing will charge there too, but once the one battery that I did manage to get over there is done, we're done charging for now, I guess. But maybe we can start getting a refinery online. That's gonna... We need to get the medical bay over. We need to get the refinery over. I have not located a heck of a lot of, well, any uranium and not that much iron. I marked, when I was driving my rover through here, I marked a couple of spots where there's some iron and stuff, so probably get a small mining ship together will be a priority so we can start getting some better resources done. That sort of stuff. Get a good view of the way that I go roving. It is nice and flat down there. Recognize some of that stuff. Looks different from up here, though. But, yeah, I'll definitely be making another trip with the rover over here. It can handle more than twice as much equipment, and it uses way less power. Power is becoming less and less of an issue now that we're getting a bunch of solar cells up. But until we get batteries over here, too, we can't make the most out of all this solar power, so... Gonna have to keep living with that. Now, I don't know. This thing is going to probably take a really long time to slow down here, so I'm going to start slowing down now. I have to, like, helicopter it a little bit, I think. That wasn't too bad. Everything looks a lot smaller from up here, I'll say that much. I'm going to look into third-person view so I can kind of tell what is happening here. Let's stop. Start losing some of this altitude very carefully, because we are laden with equipment. And there's kind of a landing platform over here. It's not really finished. Why does that snow texture look so strange? And I'm not happy with the way that I'm starting to build like a little entrance and corridor and stuff, but I'm not really happy with it. I'm gonna have to keep fiddling with that. I'm even less happy with it now that I've seen it from up here too, but easy does it. It's kind of hard to read the altimeter there because of the color of the sky there, but there we go. Definitely need to get some docking facilities and stuff. I tore out the connector because it was just glitching out, but probably should get another connector done here pretty soon. And I wish The altimeter would give me a better indication. I'm going to tip the ship back just a little bit so we can repair the front side. Boom. Lock down. Engines off. And batteries off. Well, actually, batteries need to stay on. So we can use the connector and stuff. Alright, minimal damage on the front there. We lost an engine. That's unfortunate. Because we still are in a fairly rough shape as far as nickel goes, because I've just been lazy and not been gathering it. But I'm going to unload this thing, get that engine rebuilt, and fix up the front side of this thing a little bit. Oh crap, I forgot my tools. They're in the rover cockpit. Well, I'm glad the damage isn't that severe, because we ain't fixing it here. Well, I guess, can I even unload? I don't know if there's even cargo space for everything here. I don't have another welder here, and I have no way to make one. I wish I had thought of that. There's definitely no welder in there. Darn it, how much cargo is this? Well, the volume's not incredible, so it'll fit, I think, or at least mostly fit. We can put, if we have to, we'll ditch some of the less expensive stuff. I guess we're flying back right away. We're not recharging. I'm glad I wasn't counting on recharging. So I'm going to unload this manually and head back over there. Alright, so this is actually a different day. I am going to go ahead and I loaded up some stuff on this. Basically, the uranium that I have left and a few random parts that I just don't feel like transferring down there, and some solar stuff. So I am going to fly back over to that base, charge this up all the way again, and then we're going to tear down the remaining solar panel. And I'm kind of thinking, since this isn't really that full of stuff, of attempting to lift the 2 batteries that are completed over there and bring them to our new base site and see how that goes. Why are my engines not on? Oh, did I put the batteries on recharge mode? That's why. Okay, so we're gonna fly over here, like I said, try to charge this thing up for a little bit. The batteries over here should have some power. They've been charging for a long time actually now. So they should have power enough to charge this thing up all the way. Then we can scrap. I just noticed I don't have my backup camera on this version because I had to reload the ship from a blueprint after it self-destructed. We can take a look at the damage. I forgot to show that last time too. The damage that was done by the mysterious exploding connector issue. I think there's some wreckage of this ship on this hillside somewhere. The former version of this ship. Yeah, there's a little bit. There was very little left of this ship too. I don't have a light on this version either. That sucks. I'm going to probably stop and put a light on here if I have the stuff to do it. But yeah, there's some of the wreckage there. I think there's my old spotlight. I can get that spotlight and slap it on here. I won't have the stuff to put an antenna on. There's some more. But look at the size of this crater. There's a gyroscope down there. Look at that crater. Glitchy weirdness. But anyhow, it looks like these batteries both have a pretty decent charge. I don't think I put any battery components in the other 2 batteries yet. They were just kind of there. While we're here, let's go ahead and tear this bad boy down real quick, because its usefulness has come to an end here. No! Do not fall down the cliff. You are... Okay. You know what? I'll grind that by hand. I don't mind. Whatever. We have to do something while this is all charging anyway. I did not mean to grind quite as much as we grinded. Oh well. Stuff happens. Oh god. Is she getting squirrely? I don't think she's getting squirrely. I'm a little worried about trying to fly with those 2 batteries. Batteries aren't particularly heavy, I don't think. The components do take up quite a lot of space, but I don't think they're particularly heavy. We'll try lifting it, I guess, and if we can't, then we'll just come back, I guess. I don't know. But I do want to get the components from all these rotors. The rest of this is pretty much just metal. There's some computers and stuff, I suppose, in that console. And, of course, the connector has some stuff that we could probably use, but I'll come back for that another day. Since my camera is all exploded, let's just go ahead and get oriented, sort of, kind of, maybe, for docking here. I would appreciate you not exploding on me this time, ship. Wow, this is confusing. Yeah, I would very much appreciate you not randomly self-destructing. I'm a little bit concerned about this for what this means for my plan of having these things all be battery powered in the future. Um, just because it seems like it's kind of crazy what happened here. I don't know if it's because I turned off the batteries or if I turned off the engines. So I'm going to put the batteries just on recharge mode only and leave the engines running. They're idling. They really shouldn't be using very much power. These are going to be charged up in a few minutes. So I'm going to get out of here. And in the morning, we will attempt to lift the battery. I don't want to do it at night because it's probably going to be crazy. It looks like we already used some power. So I am going to go recover those solar panel components here in the dark. And that will give me something to do for the night. And then we can take off and get all this stuff over. Where we're going, why am I not getting any components out of this thing? Oh, because it's probably... I think I already got all the important stuff out of this, actually. It seems like it's mainly just the steel tubes and some steel plates and stuff that's not even very important. So, still, I'll take them. I don't want to load that ship up with too much crap, because, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how heavy those batteries are going to be. Ugh, get up there. There you go, man. None of these, I was just kind of laying this out, and I'm glad we went to that other base site, because the sunlight really is quite a bit longer there. Like I said, the sun has a lot of trouble with these mountains and stuff, and that place is quite a bit farther up there, and it seems to work quite a bit better. Is there anything of any value in here? Not really. Looks like I kind of emptied it out. And let's just transfer all this stuff over. So I'll be back at morning. Why can I not transfer anything in here? Oh, is that one full? Yeah, that one is full. That's kind of scary. Alright, so I am going to leave it here. I'm going to do some dismantling of stuff overnight, and I will catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.